gentlemen, a very good evening and thank you for tuning into a brand new episode of The Nation Wants to Know, and I'm Deepti Sachdeva. The Nation wants to know that you might not, really believe in the principles, the ideology of Narendra Modi. You might hate him. But the point is, can anyone deride the fact that he is the one who's delivered the Ram Mandir? He is the one who, from the ramparts of the Red Fort, had spoken about building toilets. And he is also a Prime Minister who really believes it's important for us to look at our elderly. He's a man on a mission. So the story that we will put our focus on is about Modi, Mandir and Manavta. Those are, remember, three important catchwords that you must remember. Modi, Mandir and Manavta. Prime Minister Modi earlier today has spoken on multiple things. He speaks on the Ram Mandir. He speaks on how this is going to be a very, very, very special Diwali. Because for the very first time, you have Ram Lalla not in a tent, but Ram Lalla in his divine Mandir. And in his divine Mandir, for the very first time, you will be having a grand Deepotsav, a grand Diwali in Ayodhya. On your screens are those images. About 28 lakh diyas are expected to be lit up, and that again is a symbol of the cultural renaissance that Modi, in a way, has put forward. On the other side is the Manavta. Manavta is where the Prime Minister speaks about building toilets. Manavta is when the Prime Minister speaks about the Ayushman Bharat scheme. Today he said that I'm extending that to all citizens above 70 years of age, no matter whatever income bracket you are. Can there be politics on the Ram Mandir or the politics on the Manavta? There is a bloc in the country, because that is the opposition, who has this anti-Modi fervor, the hatred against Narendra Modi, that makes them question almost anything and everything. But the question we are asking is that for how long can we have politics over Manavta? For how long can you have politics over Ram Mandir? Should we all unite? Should we all unite? Because this is the time for India. This is the Ram Rajya that Narendra Modi has been speaking about. Take a moment first up to listen into what the Prime Minister earlier today has said about Diwali, about the celebrations and the Ram Mandir, and what he also has to say about all of us today as a country, as one community.
2 दिन बाद हम सभी दीपावली का पर्व भी मनाएंगे और इस साल की दीपावली बहुत खास है, बहुत विशेष है। आपको होगा कि भाई दिवाली तो हर बार आती है, इस बार विशेष क्या हो गया? मैं बताता हूं विशेष क्या है। 500 वर्षों के बाद प्रभु श्री राम अयोध्या के अपने भव्य मंदिर में विराजमान है और उस भव्य मंदिर में विराजमान होने के बाद ये पहली दीपावली है और इस दीपावली की प्रतीक्षा में कई पीढ़ियां गुजर गई, लाखों लोगों ने बलिदान दिए, यातनाएं झेली। हम सभी बहुत सौभाग्यशाली हैं जो ऐसी विशेष खास भव्य दिवाली के साक्षी बनेंगे।
But like I said, the very, very same opposition that has a problem with the Ram Mandir, that calls ki Ram Mandir ki puri pran pratishtha was just about an Nachkana. The same opposition that questions Sanatan, that compares Sanatan to dengue, to malaria, to what not, and is not apologetic about this today, has a problem with what the Prime Minister has said. They also have a problem because they have blocked Ayushman Bharat, the Prime Minister alleges, in both Delhi and in Bengal. Why is the opposition doing this? Is Manavta more important or politics more important? Now take a moment to listen in to what the opposition has to say about Narendra Modi, the man on a mission.
He should remember the result of the constituency of Ram Mandir, Faizabad. People have rejected the party led by Honorable Prime Minister in the homeland of Lord Rama, and he is trying to use mention the name of Lord Rama, he can do it whenever he wants, but it is a totally political misuse of Lord Rama.
Let's say good evening to Deepak Reddy, who's the national spokesperson of the TDP, joining us. Dr. Shujat Ali represents the Congress on the show. Asif Ansari is a political analyst. And we are also, in fact, looking at Pradeep Bhandari, who's representing the BJP, waiting for Anmol Pawar, the spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, to join us in just a moment. And we must tell you that this today is a significant moment. We are all celebrating Dhanteras. And we are building up to the big Diwali celebration. Times now is at Ayodhya. We'll be cutting across to get you live images. But I want to ask Shujat Ali ji, Asif Ansari, what is the problem in celebrating, Ram Mandir, Ram Lalla, this Diwali? And will we keep talking about the politics, or should we also move on? I also see Anmol with us. So Anmol, let's begin first up by asking you that although Arvind Kejriwal did believe that it's important to go to the Ram Mandir, unlike a Samajwadi Party or the Congress, do you see merit in this allegation that the opposition has leveled so far? You block the Ayushman Bharat. So you block the, tasks of Manavta. You have a problem with the Ram Mandir because Narendra Modi is doing this. So you will put politics above everything else, Anmol.
The decision not to implement Ayushman Bharat is not driven by political motives. In fact, it is guided by our commitment to prioritizing welfare of the people. The central government has stipulated that only one scheme can operate in Delhi. Whether it's their Ayushman scheme, which is a massive fraud, riddled with corruption. It's the Comptroller and Auditor General report from 2018 to 21, which says that it is neck deep in corruption. And on the other hand, we have a Delhi model of healthcare in which there are no restrictions. So if we look at the PM Ayushman scheme, people who own a vehicle, a two-wheeler, who have a refrigerator, who have 3 rooms, 3 pakka rooms with a roof, they are not entitled to avail benefits of this scheme. There's a limit of rupees 5 lakhs, and only the ones who earn less than 10,000 can avail the benefits of this scheme. Whereas in Delhi, an unskilled worker has the minimum wages of an unskilled worker is more than 18,000.
Okay, Anmol, even for a moment, if I accept everything that you're saying, though I will let Pradeep counter that, but I want to ask you a simple question. Today, Narendra Modi has extended this benefit to the elderly, people above 70 years, and he says that there is no criteria at all. Then it shouldn't be a problem. Would you write to the Prime Minister to ensure that Ayushman Bharat is also implemented in Delhi? Will you support the government?
See, Deepti ji, for us, it's the welfare of the people which is paramount. We have seen in the past, they always introduce schemes which are high on symbolism and low on substance. It's nothing other than Jumla. This is what has been...
Are you saying Ayushman Bharat itself is a Jumla? Much like आप लोग बोलते थे कि राम मंदिर तो बनाएंगे, तारीख नहीं बताएंगे. अब राम मंदिर बन भी गया है, अनमोल. Even then the opposition has a problem with the Ram Mandir also.
Deepti ji, certainly it's a Jumla because CAG has highlighted discrepancies including invalid names, unrealistic dates, and there's massive corruption from 2008 to 2021. They audited more than 964 hospitals in which it was found that the date of discharge was earlier than date of admission.
Okay, Anmol, again, like I said, that I'm no one to speak on it because we need to get into this report in toto. There are multiple, other agencies who've raised question mark on multiple of the Aam Aadmi Party scheme. Delhi excise policy being just one of this. But you say ki ye sab, you say all that is inspired by political vendetta. But I will let Pradeep counter you. Pradeep, the problem is that your scheme, the Ayushman Bharat, is a fraud. You want to sell a fraud scheme to Delhi and to West Bengal. They don't want that, Pradeep.
Deepti, the Aam Aadmi Party government in particular is an anti-people government, so they will not understand any scheme which is pro-people. I will give you a basic data point. 60,000 ghost patients were discovered in Mohalla clinics of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. Mr. Arvind Kejriwal himself has never gone to get his health checkup done in a mohalla clinic hospital. They'll all go to private hospitals. If I tell you another data point, Deepti, this is as per the Indian Express, 7 mohalla clinics have reported fake data to test ghost patients. So the Aam Aadmi Party should be the last party which should speak about health. If I look at health in principle, they promised the people of Delhi to clean pollution and still they've not dipped on Yamuna. So let's not take the Aam Aadmi Party's point of view seriously because it's not, I will not take it because it's not backed by facts. Let me just tell you what the Ayushman Bharat scheme and what are we proposing. We are proposing a scheme, Deepti, where every elderly above the age of 70 years will be entitled to a health insurance. Now, please tell me, any like-minded, well-intentioned person or a government will not oppose it. That's why many opposition governments have also welcomed it. Now, a Swasth Saathi scheme in Bengal is not an all-pervasive, all-inclusive scheme. It, as per the Swasth Saathi document and as per the Swasth Saathi, it is only restrictive to certain beneficiaries which are linked to ASHA workers or other government departments. If I want to quote it in specific, and allow me to quote it in specific, Deepti, if I go with the Swasth Saathi scheme, so as per this, the Swasth Saathi scheme is for beneficiaries of government, of ASHA workers, linked to other government scheme. It is not for every elderly beyond the age of 70 years. So it's a restrictive scheme. We are proposing an all-inclusive scheme.
Okay, so Asif, why should the Trinamool, why should Bengal have a problem with this? Yes, Pradeep, let's hear from someone who supports the Trinamool. Asif.
Okay.
Should you not welcome a scheme like this if you really care about Mamati Manush?
Yeah, Deepti. Yeah, Deepti, happy Dhanteras and in advance, happy Diwali. Now coming back to the Swasth Saathi, my friend who has just said and alleged that the Swasth Saathi does not cover the whole population of West Bengal and especially for the government official, then I must tell him to please check the fact. It is for the every people and it is for the every family. Whereas the Prime Minister, his Yojana is for about 70 years of people, where he has not mentioned about the age criteria, about who is going to be benefited. And my friend who has said just now, he does not know about every benefits given by the Swasth Saathi.
So
Swasth Saathi is a scheme which is being implemented.
The Prime Minister today has said that every individual in the country who is above 70 years of age, irrespective of the income of anything else, is entitled to benefits under the Ayushman Bharat scheme. Do you believe that that scheme should be blocked in Bengal?
Well, yeah, whatever
10 seconds.
No, whatever the Prime Minister has said, I am not saying that he is giving a jumla. All the time it is not fair enough to say a Prime Minister a jumla or liar, whatever he claimed to be. But the fact is that the Prime Minister should know what the Swasth Saathi card is all about. Swasth Saathi card gives you a privilege for a whole family for a 5 lakh rupees insurance cover to everybody in a family, and which has a auto renewal scheme. In every year it gets auto renewal. It has a very easy access. It's a paperless money insurance, cover health insurance.
But I think so is Ayushman Bharat. See, the problem is, Asif, that both you and Anmol, they will agree that because you hate Narendra Modi, how can you sit on a show and say that is a better scheme? So you can't say that. But Shujat Ali ji, no, wait. See, because West Bengal and Delhi are two areas that have decided not to go with this scheme. But Shujat Ali ji, you also represent the Congress. I also want to talk about the Ram Mandir. Now, why is it that it's been such a long time? Neither Rahul Gandhi nor Priyanka Gandhi have thought of visiting the Ram Mandir. Why?
I don't know what is this question you are making.
Question I'm making.
Who are you to decide about their, worshipping in Ram temple?
Are you saying it's not important to go to a Ram Mandir? They don't feel like
to ask the. No, I am not telling important or unimportant. Our Prime Minister is a communal gentleman. He always talks about the Hindu and he talks about the Hindu unity. He is not talking about Hindu, Muslim and Christian unity. What is this Prime Minister we are having in this country? When he has, built the Ram Mandir, he would have built a mosque a church, a gurdwara. He has not done.
But you are aware, Shujat Ali ji, you're aware that this happened following what the Supreme Court said.
It is not fair.
It is not that the Prime Minister decided one day to build the Ram Mandir and here it is. It took the proper litigation route. It went to the courts. The courts have heard it, sir.
Supreme Court. No. Supreme Court has made it very clear that there was no temple. Only on the basis of Astha, Supreme Court has given the decision in favor of Hindus. And even the great gentleman, Chief Justice of India, has said that मैं बहुत परेशान था क्या करूं तो मैंने भगवान पे छोड़ दिया इसका फैसला और भगवान ने कहा कि राम मंदिर के फेवर में फैसला करो।
अरे अब ये तो देखिए आप एक के साथ एक मिलाकर 111 कर रहे हैं। No, Shujat Ali ji, I think this borders on being very, very dangerous. I will allow Pradeep a quick counter to this. Pradeep, no. Because Shujat Ali ji, you've misquoted the Supreme Court judgment, sir. You have definitely misquoted the CJI. You should not do that, sir. Pradeep.
Supreme Court.
Yes, Pradeep.
I take offense as a Hindu. I take offense as a constitutional. I take offense as a Hindu. I take offense as a constitutional India who believes in the Constitution of India and the Supreme Court. How Mr. Ali, who does not belong to the Hindu faith, has derided my faith. The Supreme Court of India, by a unanimous judgment, said that on the birthplace of Prabhu Sri Ram, a grand Ayodhya Ram Mandir should be built. It is not because of it, it is also because of pure facts. What is he saying? Does he want that in the birthplace of Prabhu Sri Ram? If that is true, then the Congress party
please let him respond, sir. Let him respond one by one.
The Congress is a Muslim party. He is absolutely correct. The Congress party, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, in an interview to an Inqilab newspaper, said that the Congress party is a Muslim party. Mr. Shujat Ali's statement has categorically stated that. 1 year back, when Prabhu Sri Ram's Mandir Pran Pratishtha happened, Samajwadi Party and Congress party said that both Rahul Gandhi and Akhilesh Yadav will go. They did not go because they do not believe in the Hindu faith.
But they are saying, Pradeep, they are saying that you are no Thekedars of the Hindu faith. You are no custodian of the Hindu faith. You don't decide who goes to a Ram Mandir and who does not.
Deepti, so Mr. Shujat Ali, who is not a Hindu, will decide who's the Tekedar and who's not. Will people who call Sanatan dengue malaria AIDS, they will decide? Or those who call 2611 RSS ki sajish, who did not believe in the Prabhu Sri Ram's Astitva and gave an affidavit in the court that Ram is kalpanik, they will decide.
Okay,
I cannot have my faith.
Why are you quiet? Why are you quiet?
So Mr.
Because
Ali, you dare
yes, I will get in the Aam Aadmi Party here. Will the Aam Aadmi Party agree and support what the Congress has just said?
We believe that faith and religion, it's ये सबका अपना जो है मानना है. As far as Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is concerned, he went to the Ayodhya Ram temple along with the family, and he also said that he felt an indescribable calm also. So I think
you believe much like Rahul Gandhi and Anmol that was a Naach Gana event. The Pran Pratishtha was a Naach Gana event.
Deepti ji, we saw that Pran Pratishtha ceremony. It was also opposed by the 4 Shankaracharyas. They also didn't attend the ceremony. I mean, they were also anxious about the fact that it was against the scriptures and it was not in accordance with the Sanatan Dharma. Because even before the completion of the temple, it was the Pran Pratishtha ceremony. It was motivated by politics.
Okay, so you know, though not very clearly, but I think in innuendos you would still want to support a Rahul Gandhi because you still believe that there is a better future that you have in the India Alliance versus anywhere else. And the big Delhi elections coming up. Anmol, I want to get Deepak ji into this conversation. Deepak ji represents the TDP. Now, Deepak ji, of late, there was a lot of controversy even when it came, to Andhra. The entire Tirupati Laddu controversy. We've seen various parties taking different stands. But when it is about Hindu faith, when it is about Hindu Astha, when it is about Ram Mandir, when it is about Ayushman Bharat, which is non-political, it is about the health of everyone. Is it fair to draw politics everywhere, sir?
Deepti, 2 points. One is about the Ayushman Bharat. I heard a lot of, a falsification which was put out. I mean, if you have somebody who's an elderly person in your family, you know the kind of trouble they go through with the insurance. But in this case, 70 years plus elders are eligible for that. There is a cashless access. There is no restriction on age and family size. Pre-existing condition is covered and it is portable across the country. So there are a lot of flexibilities in this, and 5 lakhs they can draw up to a year every year. So we clearly know there is an advantage, and people at the age of 70 years plus are vulnerable and they need medical attention. So whatever these people are saying is pure lies. No other state in India has problem other than West Bengal and other than Delhi AAP. So it is purely political motivated. If there was an issue, at least one other state should have had a problem with this. So it is very clear that all of India is accepting, other than these 2 states. This is purely politics, and they are really lowering themselves to an extent where they are hurting the health of the elderly. Okay, now coming to the temple, Ram temple issue. Yes. The gentleman, Mr. Ali, was making certain comments which I take strong objection. Well, see, when a mic is given, they have to speak a little responsibly. We have been listening to this nonsense for a long time, derogatively talking on the larger Hindu community and the religious angle, saying that there is no temple. What expertise does he have to say that there was no temple? I mean, the whole process has gone through. Supreme Court has given a certain verdict. The sentiment of the larger section of the people are in play. Still, yes, they use this kind of a language.
That should not be done. Shujatji, before we close the show, Shujatji, you want to apologize? You want to apologize, sir?
Such guys should understand that today's India is not going to accept this kind of attitude.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a valid point. Valid point. Shujatji, you want to apologize, sir? Apologize?
This cannot go on. This is absolutely ridiculous.
No. First of all, you tell me what I said, what you understood. You tell me what I said. I said that BJP Prime Minister is a
Supreme Court judgment, sir. You misquoted the CJI.
Constructing temples, and no, I have not misquoted. I said what is the gist. The gist was that there was no scientific evidence about the Ram temple. This I said.
Much like an affidavit once was presented, ki there is no evidence to say that Lord Ram even existed. I think that is the biggest problem. Only for want of time, Pradeep, apologies, I'm not able to come back to you, but we'll continue to track that story. And in the run-up to Diwali, remember, trust political parties, especially from the opposition, to make a lot of hue and cry about this. We'll continue to track that. For the moment, thank you. On the other side, back with more.